What's up, you guys? Slimmy with a new video today, and I'm here to give you guys a pre-YCS Dallas discussion. Those of you that follow me on my social media know I got all the days approved. I will be there with my brother Curtis Thursday the 19th to like Monday the 23rd. Haven't had like a really long YCS trip in a while. I'm like super excited, blessed that my job lets me actually get days off because you guys already know I missed like an entire format because of my previous job, but we're trying to make up for lost time. Super excited. It's also my homie's big, like his first big event, so it's going to be great. I'm here to just talk about like my thoughts like leading into this event. I know I haven't made that many videos, you guys. I've been doing a lot of deck profiles for you guys, and honestly the reason why I've been focusing on deck profiles is because I knew I wanted to go to YCS Dallas. I knew that there's a lot of decks on the table right now. Like this new ban list actually did a lot of good things. It made a lot of decks viable. And I've honestly been trying so many different things. I have been messing with so many builds of ABC, so many builds of True Draco, so many builds of Invoked, Windwitch, Spellbook, a million engines in one deck. And we're realizing that with the release of Circuit Break, one thing is clear, and sadly that Double Helix, being an Ultra, being released, Spyrals is going to absolutely dominate that event. Now, a lot of people may say, oh, that's not true, like people aren't gonna, pick up the deck, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, people picked up the deck. You guys can check all the market watches. If you watch all the channels that do market watches, you can check all the eBays, all the TCG players, all that. People picked up the deck. They had it from before when it was cheap. They were prepared. If they decided to invest into it now, pay a little bit more, they did it. That's the way Yu-Gi-Oh goes, you guys. If you want a deck, you want to invest in it, you have the funds to do it, people do it. I'm guilty of that too. Like if I need something and I need to get it, well, if I got the funds to do it, I'll get it if it's like a necessity. We already know that with Double Helix coming out and being released for that event, Spirals are really going to be insane. I didn't understand, of course, like a lot of players, we are guilty of this. We underestimated Spirals. We thought, okay, the deck does some cool like manipulation tricks. It does like where, call a card, oh, it's right, okay, cool, summon, okay, cool, pop that, oh, it don't matter, it's a True Draco card, pop your monster. Like, it used to be like that. Now that True Dracos have kind of slowed down, and Spirals are just really just kind of free to run rampant. I mean, have you guys seen on MST TVs, I actually watched that video yesterday, shout out to you guys, I watched Tom Box's video on, like, the combos, that just the simple combo of Machine Dupe Quick Fix. It's a frickin' +9. Now, I literally sat there like, wait a minute. Two cards created, and generated that much advantage, and it's true. Quick Fixes not being a hard once per turn really makes that an issue. Now, a lot of people are saying, okay, well, what do we do to counteract this? What do we do to, prepare? Because we have two options. We play Spiral and we join the bandwagon and we just battle it out in the mirror match. Or we play a deck that we want to play that isn't Spiral but can counter Spirals. Now, what I've been noticing in testing, and believe me, I've taken some tough losses against Spirals already, when that deck goes first, honestly, they open Machine Dupe and Quick Fix. If you don't have a hand trap, man, good luck. And I wholeheartedly mean that because the boards they put up, by most people's logic, they don't seem that great until you see the ending board, until you see that, oh, they've got a utility wire, oh, they've got a sleeper, oh, it's equipped, oh, master plan, oh, like firewall dragon, oh, proxy dragon, decode, whatever, and you literally can't really do much of anything. The best out, honestly, and sometimes not even the best out, is like a hard drawn board wipe. We only have 3. We have Dark Hole, Raigeki, and Kaiju Slumber. There's those. You can hard kaiju one of their monsters, but you're still dealing with the rest. A lot of times, you just can't break the board. I tried playing Paleo against that deck. It was, oh god, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, Paleo cannot play going second against that deck. You can set a million, and then they can just firewall bounce you, and you just, And not only that, but it's just insane, like, literally what Spirals can do. Like, my hat's off to them. Like, they literally are something else. And people are wondering, are we going to be entering a 2-0 format? I wouldn't say that just yet. I think for this YCS, it might kind of feel like that if the majority of players are playing Spiral. But I wouldn't rule out the other decks. I wouldn't rule out Pendulum Magicians. I wouldn't rule out some builds of ABC. I wouldn't rule out True Draco. If you guys saw my latest True Draco deck profile, very standard, very consistent, and very to the point. And let's face it, Masterpiece is still a problem for most decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! A well-timed Masterpiece can be the difference between, your opponent, like, snowballing the game into their favor or you snowballing it back into your favor. So I feel like that is just one thing that's really cool, is that Even though a lot of people don't like True Draco cards, a lot of people don't like Masterpiece, let me ask you, are you ready for a format or a YCS or a couple events of just all Spiral? Because I've noticed that's what a lot of people are talking about. That's what it seems that is going to happen. Now that's on one side of the spectrum. Everyone feels that Spirals are going to just completely dominate and like, you know, there's not going to be much you can do. On the other hand, people are saying, oh no, the deck, you know, the deck is good, but it's not, you know, it's still like not as good as like other decks. You can still stop it. I mean, you got to test it, you guys, like for real. The deck is pretty insane, I have to admit. The way they can search, the way they can just get whatever they need, I think the worst part, like in all honesty, from all the testing, they can see the top 3 cards you're going to draw because of drone. They can manipulate that, and then they know what you're drawing, you don't know what you're drawing, but you know mentally, my opponent probably gave me the worst card of those 3 for me to draw, meaning that I'm not going to be able to do anything with that 6th card going second, meaning I am working with 5 cards instead of 6. I'm at a handicap to where they have like a +9 on me if they open the quick fix machine dupe, or, you know, there's the other combos, but I think the fact that they have that ability makes them something else as far as Yu-Gi-Oh decks go. The ability to manipulate your opponent's deck, know what they're going to draw, it's kind of like Pegasus, to be honest. Like, it's ridiculous in my opinion. So I think because of that, I think people really need to be prepared. Now, what is the best way to fight against them? If you've watched a lot of the other channels' videos, they talk about hand traps, and they are so right. Hand traps are the way to fight off Spirals, especially if you're going second. We'll start with the standards. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. The forehead card does everything. It can stop so many different cards. It can stop the search off quick fix. It can stop the machine dupe. It can stop the Spiral Resort. Like, there's just so many cards it can stop. That obviously is going to be a staple. I feel going into YCS Dallas, you need to have 3 Ash in your main deck. If you're playing a Demise deck, they're in your side deck. But Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is somewhere in your deck, main deck or side deck. It's in there. Another card is Winter Cherries. Let's face it, Winter Cherries is pretty badass. Being able to get rid of the Helix, that's amazing. Being able to get rid of any other opposing threats like a Firewall Dragon or anything else like that, or that new Magician that's coming out. Like, there's a lot of things you can hit with Winter Cherries, depending on if you main deck them or side deck them. I think a lot of people are leaning towards side decking them, but I have seen some people main decking them just because there's other decks you can hit. You can hit ABC, you can hit Invoked Makaba for the Winwitch deck, or not the Winwitch deck, the Invoke deck. You can hit Crystal Wing for the Winwitch version of that deck. You can, like, there's a lot of cards you can hit. Like, there's one thing with the Spirals is that you actually have a little bit of extra deck room, unless it's changed. I think an extra deck might have gotten tighter with the release of that one that can search a DD Crow, but you do have the ability to play Cherries. I think Cherries is a really solid card. Just immediately eliminate the problem is how I look at it. Same with being able to hit Totally Awesome when playing against Paleozoics. There's that. There's also Joel and Lockbird. Joel and Lockbird, a lot of people don't like it. I think that card's really interesting, though. Like, outside of playing it in the main deck of Tricksters for, you know, the degenerate crazy crap they do, but Joel and Lockbird just being able to stop, like, the simplest of searches for Spirals is good. They go terraforming, you know, they search Resort, you drop Joel and Lockbird, their turn pretty much ends. They're not going to get anything off Quick Fix, they're not going to get anything off Resort. You at least buy yourself a turn. I feel like that in conjunction with Ash, those are like the best hand traps. Now, Ogre's up in the air because Ogre, yes, it can destroy something. Yes, it can get something off the field, but it doesn't negate. And I think right now that's just not that strong. I know Ogre is good against other cards, but I think against Spirals it's just not that great. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Ash, Winter Cherries, and Maxi, of course, are like the better cards to play, and Joel and Lockbird are the better cards to play against Spirals and just other decks in the meta right now, because I feel like every deck searches, every deck is trying to do something that Ash can stop, every deck is doing something that Joel and Lockbird can stop, and let's face it, if Spirals go off a Machine Dupe and you got the Max C, like, you can try to buy yourself some time. You might be able to draw into other hand traps. The beauty of Max C at 1, even though it's only at 1, is you have the potential to draw into other hand traps, and I feel that that is going to be the name of YCS Dallas, is do you have the hand trap? Like, honestly, I feel like that's what it's going to be. It's kind of sad. I know a lot of people are not a fan of that, but that's just the honest reality. If you're playing against Spirals, you need to have a hand trap. If you're playing the mirror match, you have to have a hand trap. You have to be able to stop your opponent from going off, because if they build that board, if you do not have a way to counter it, you're not going to be in for a fun time at all. I can guarantee you that. But my thoughts about YCS Dallas are, I think it's going to be an amazing event. I can't wait to see everyone there. I'm super excited I get to go. Still working on picking a deck if I don't, you know, join the bandwagon and play Spirals. You guys have any suggestions, leave them down below. I always read your guys' comments. I do my best to respond. I just really think that this is going to be an interesting YCS for the fact that it might just be a completely one-sided event, like that one event with Performance Pals when they were, was it Pendulum, when they were at like full power. But again, I could be wrong. I'm not going to make any predictions. I feel Spyrals will be well represented. I feel Pendulum Magicians will be well represented. I feel other decks in the meta will still be represented by the players that have stayed loyal to them and that have decided to keep trying to play them even through Spyrals. Remember, this format may not last this long, but I think it's interesting to see like what will happen at YCS Dallas. It will be interesting to see like how well Spyrals do or how bad they do. There have been times where a deck has been hyped and it has completely just failed to live up to that hype. I wonder if that's going to repeat itself again. I don't know. All I know is I'm excited to go, and I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. I haven't done discussion videos in a long time. If you guys do want me to bring back discussion videos, please let me know. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to talk about. Like I said, I don't have as much time to upload videos due to work, but I am trying to find some little wiggle room to like make some videos for you guys. If you'd like to see more of that besides deck profiles and, you know, YCS event coverage, regional coverage, etc., just let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely be sure to deliver that to you. But again, if you're going to YCS Dallas, let me know in the comments below. Be there with my brother Curtis. We'll be there Thursday the 19th. We actually leave in a week. I'm actually juiced. We leave in a week. Yes, just one more week of work and then sayonara for like X amount of days. I'm like super juiced. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please show your support by leaving a like, enable those notifications, that little bell thing, whatever. I kind of like saying that now just because I think it's really funny because everyone like always says that. I'm just like, I don't really care if you do it or not, but you can. It's like a little ding ding like when I upload a video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about YCS Dallas, what your thoughts are on Spyrals. What decks do you feel actually are going to be the best to counter Spyrals? That's something I'd like to hear from you guys. I know you guys all have your input on the game and what you think, you know, will happen at these YCSs and what you're doing to, you know, go about countering Spyrals, because let's face it, the majority of the room is probably going to be trying to play Spyrals, especially if Double Helix is only like 20 to 40 bucks. You know people are going to pay out for it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys at YCS Dallas, and hopefully I'll have more videos before then. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching.